Say, I believe in my own ideas with a bright smile. All right, we are going to the next item on the program, and that is spoken word. Please, by snapping your fingers, let's make welcome Extra King.
Good morning, everyone. I feel like I came with a poem, but before I would like to go to reciting my poem, I want to tell a background story. The truth is, all of us have stories that surround who we are today, and I also have a story. I was born into a family of I'm the only child, but before I came, there was this thing in the family. I met my dad. He was disabled. He can't walk. And I was thinking that was the only problem until I noticed my mom was also having a mental issue. I wasn't aware until I started growing up. And I noticed that anytime we had to enter September, November, December, we always have issue in the house. This is the first time I'm opening this out. But I believe so well that someone here to be encouraged with this before I go to my point. So every year, I always had to be the one in charge of looking after my mom and looking after my dad. And funny enough, my mom work outside the state we have, so we always have to calculate. Once it's September, we know that something will happen. It's either she miss her way home, or they call us that are you the child or the husband of this woman? She's here, and we have to start running. And yeah, don't forget, my dad cannot walk too, so I'm always there. But unfortunately, I struggled with that for 14 years, and in 2014, September 9, I traveled and I came back and I met my mom. She was sick, and we took her to the hospital, and unfortunately, I got to know that because of her mental health, she drank poison, and because my dad cannot walk, it was so difficult for him to even detect that it was poison, and she died on my hand. But the family could not tell outsiders that this was the reason why she died. And after 3 years staying with this man, I woke up one Sunday and I also saw him on the floor, fighting for his life. I ran out to call a neighbor before they could come. My dad also died in my presence. And so I was 17 years old. I lost my mom when I was 14 years old. So these two experiences brought me so far, and I had to, after the death of my dad, they had to tell me to pick either to stay with family members or stay at the schools there, and I chose staying at the schools there, And after a while, I was unable to graduate because I finished my external exam when I was in SS2, and I had to run to my sister's side, thinking that life would be better there. But it was a no. She maltreated me for a whole year, and I ran from her side, and I came back home. These are stories that actually shows that if someone like me, even with everything that I've faced, can still be here to say something about my becoming. There's nothing to stop you from chasing that thing you want to chase, from going for everything you want to go for. You might be thinking I might have the best of family, but there's nothing like your own parents. And this is why I'll be sharing my story today. And I have a poem to render, and I would so love that every one of us pay attention to it. We all have stories to our becomings. Stories that actually aid us firm to whom we are today. Listen to those voices around you, because your own story is also part of this becoming. They said, don't cry over split milk. Because even if you try to put it together, it still won't be the same. That was what the word gave me. I lost my parents like every orphan there. My life was broken. I was maltreated. Depression came that stopped me from expressing my feelings. But wait, life has always been playing balls with all of us. We all have seen it. And we all are parts of this story of becoming. But I need you to understand that we are the true definitions of trials and temptations. We are warriors fighting for freedom. And we are the reasons the world is still here. Because if you ask me what I've seen, I will also have answers to your own problem. And if I ask you what you have seen, you will also have answers to my problem. We all have seen it all, the way the life is. And we all have stories. And even though we all have seen it all and we have walked through this same road, I am a testimony of a better tomorrow. I'm a testimony of the change this world gave. I'm a testimony that tomorrow can still be better. And even though you are like me, confused, in that same darkness, this is the light. Where I came from, we are warriors. And since I've known, warriors know they give up. I'm just here today to tell you that just give that pain just this small time. Just give that sorrow just this small time. Just give that depression just this small time. Everything will still work because the world is waiting for your manifestation. The world also can stand to your own praises. The world can also sing to your own noise. I know that the hunger to survive is greater than the hunger to succeed. But when the time comes, what will be your own testimony? Are you going to stand or you are going to sit? Are you going to pass or you are going to fail? Are you going to see or you are going to remain blind? And like I've said, from where I came from, nothing is easy. And since I've known warriors, know they give up. I can't wait to also meet you at that top of the ladder. But before then, I will be there waiting for you. Thank you.